Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of What Does the Fox Play with Phoenix Firestar. Now I know I said it was going to be a stream of my son today, but he's being a little contrary. He didn't want to read or do his homework. We did it. He was like fighting on, reading words that he knew the entire time. And now I sat him down to come in here and play with me, which is what he's been wanting to do for a while. Now that he can do it, he doesn't want to do it. And in protest, he's kind of buried himself under a fort made of my pillows and blankets back there. So unfortunately, it does not look like he will be joining us on this stream. So we're just gonna, train our Pokemon and whatever without him. We'll get further ahead. Huh? I don't. Because I want you to leave my blankets and pillows alone, Leon. Well, leave them alone. I had them where I liked them. Thunder Wave.
Why do you want to use Thunder Wave?
Huh?
Why do you want to use Thunder Wave?
Because it prevents them from... It, essentially halves their speed. And in Gen 1, speed was really important, especially if you were using Wrap with a Pokemon, because Wrap would prevent them from doing anything in Gen 1. So if they were unable to go first, and they'd never hit you, you could just continuously using Wrap and never take any damage. I'm not making you watch anything.
And I just wanted to watch SpongeBob.
And this is what you chose to do.
What? Just stay here and watch SpongeBob and not play my favorite.
contrary. He says he doesn't want to do this, yet here he is hanging out in here, but still not doing anything. Maybe he's trying to do some kind of, like, protest or something. What? No, that's pretty much what you're trying to do. I didn't say test. I said protest. A protest is an argument against, sort of. You can do it, little Draco. Take out the Pidgeotto. Oh, nope. Not gonna get it now, it looks like.
What? You're not going to get what?
Don't worry about it. You didn't want to play, remember?
I know.
Then don't worry about it.
You don't know what kind of fort I made.
I told you not to make a fort with my pillows.
I'm a kid. Let me have fun.
You can have fun, but you can't play with my pillows, Leon.
Well, then I'll play with mine when you get better. How's that?
I don't care if you want to play with your pillows, but Grandma doesn't want any forts in the house either.
But she didn't say any bedrooms.
Yeah, she said she didn't want any forts in the house.
But she didn't say about any.
The bedroom is in the house.
I know, but she didn't say in a bedroom.
She said in the house, though. Because the bedroom is in the house, you can't have a fort in your bedroom either. And quit trying to look for loopholes and things.
What loopholes?
And he's trying to do what you're not supposed to do by finding ways around it.
I'm petting Linda.
That's not what we're talking about.
This Linda's green.
Huh?
This Linda's green.
What'd you say?
I said Linda's green.
Why?
Because you don't need to make screens.
Yes, I
Play
do.
video games.
And you don't need to play video games or watch TV either. But you do it.
Sometimes I do.
That's all you try to do.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Now quit being difficult.
I'm not playing. Trying to be good.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. Did my mouth.
Nope, hand it over.
Why?
You know why.
Why?
Hand it over.
I will
No.
try my video games, but not watch Pokemon.
Now.
If I can't play my video game and watch something in there, then what can I do? Huh?
I don't know.
Daddy,
Hmm.
what about this? So, if I take my video game and watch Pokemon in there, is that fine?
No.
Why?
Because you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
Yeah,
You won't, though.
yes,
You
I will.
lie about that stuff all the time.
I won't.
That's why I had to completely remove you from kids' YouTube even. Because you were going on stuff you weren't supposed to, even though you kept promising you wouldn't. I even found you doing it on your DS. Other things do a ton of damage. Yeah, I know this fight won't go anywhere. So I'm going to have to switch. Where are you going?
Going in the other room.
Alright. Back to work. Missed. Really? How do you miss Dratini? I gotta go heal Dratini. Yeah, sorry, I was planning to have a nice full day of streaming with you guys, and I don't know. Guess it just didn't work out the way I'd hoped. I was hoping he'd be a little more enthusiastic to do something he's been bugging me to do all week. That's kids, I guess. I was hoping to do this and play along with them, and then do maybe a second session after this of Pokemon after that. Do a long stream with me and him hanging out. Why do kids gotta be so difficult? I love them, but why? I'm just trying to love you. Whoop, whoop, passing between grass. Still manages to get attacks there. attack continues and continues. It's for any ever to kill anything with this. Yeah. Let's see. How about relocating where I might be able to do a bit more? I'm hoping. Sorry, I guess I'm a little out of it now. His fight took it out of me. And fighting me all the way. Yep, that's definitely a spam call. feel like this isn't mounted in the best way possible. Ooh. I am trying. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. What kind of run I'm going to do with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I might just do a regular playthrough because, you know, first playthrough on a game with possible changes that I have no idea what they're going to be. Well, I am getting both. And generally what I do is I use one as my, you know, like my repository for all the other games where I can move myself between them. I hate how easy it is to disconnect this cord. A little disappointing. I figure I'll go ahead and just do my diamond playthrough because, of course, that will at least get me a solid game where I can store the event mana fee that they're giving out with the game at the start. I already have several mana fiends, some of them from Pokemon Ranger games. Well, actually, it's more that they are, still Manaphy eggs, for the most part. I've yet to hatch them. I mean to hatch one of them immediately. I meant to hatch one of them immediately. And then go back and trade the other one pretty sure you can shiny hunt it as long as you trade it to another game. I'm gonna have to switch. And those are going to be part of my Master Dex challenge later, of course. I do have a lot of things I started to set up at least. Yeah, I think one thing I was talking about before, though, was I was trying to decide if I was going to do the GameCube Pokemon games first, or if I was going to do the Ruby or Sapphire first. I want to do the Colosseum and Gale of Darkness. Woohoo! Dadlo leveled up. But, okay, for those of you who haven't seen the Coliseum of Gale of Darkness series, that's where the idea of shadow Pokemon first came from. And people have been wanting another one of these games, actually. To be made. Because they're actually really fun, but it was a way to, I think it was kind of like, part of it was initially you could catch mostly Kanto and Johto Pokemon in it. There weren't a lot of options for like Gen 3 Pokemon, I don't think, in it, except maybe like a small handful. Essentially, you played in the first one, you played an ex-member of Team Snag'em, who were a bit like Team Rocket, except their method of stealing Pokemon had specialized Pokeballs that would allow them to actually catch Pokemon that belonged to other trainers without having to actually just take the Pokeball from them by force. Using a snag machine. Which I have put into the canon backstory of my canon Pokemon story of what if I was in the Pokemon world, what I would have done, and what events would have proceeded through it. Like, my character was the one who, he actually went there and infiltrated Team Snag'em. Not that he was necessarily a part of them to begin with, just that he had infiltrated them. After using it to save the abused and stolen Pokemon of that region. Oops, sorry about that. Again, this cord is way too sensitive. It is way too long to be acting like a little tug on it will knock it that loose. But, And when he was done, he actually took the snag machine back. Kind of stopped using it. Till in the Shino region, he runs into Looker of the International Police. And hands it over to him so that he can study it. And eventually it comes into use that a lot of like the police force of the Pokemon world use the snag machine. But it's pretty much just used for rescuing Pokemon that are being abused and stuff. So like it's been adjusted and modified so it reads a Pokemon's feelings and emotions towards its trainer. And any Pokemon below a certain threshold will be able to activate the snag device. Which I was thinking about actually handwriting out this story. Which I have a lot of his region hopping plotted out. He went underground. Now I have to switch. Like, I know, my trainer in the Pokemon world for the story is going to have been invited by Professor Oak as a research assistant to study and train alongside him. And help him fill in the Pokedex as like one of his little field researchers. And actually do work on the quote-unquote first Pokedex. Where they're actually filling stuff in rather than just, you know, catch a Pokemon and it automatically fills in for you because they already have the information. And from there, he's going to get his starter Pokemon, Blaze, the Charmander from Professor Oak. And while most Pokemon he catches, he does like raise and train them periodically. But he only really names and focuses on like a main group of like 6 of them. Rather than all the constant like shifting and switching out, which I've been doing for this, because this is definitely my non-canon thing. This is the I am trying to complete the Pokedex the same way he would have. I'm not doing it in the way that, you know. So like he would have, of course, caught, you know, Pidgey and Rattata on Route 1 after noting that being one of their habitats. And then Spearow and Mankey and Nidoran female in Route 22, just west of Viridian City. That leads to the Elite Four. And there he will actually run into the second member of his group, a male Nidoran who he'll come to name Kingpin, after saving it from a flock of Spearow, who he'll make know are very predatorial Pokemon. And of course, some of this also plays into the backstory I've been writing for my Pokemon tabletop adventure, where it takes place a few years after this, of course. Several years after this, and even several years after, like, some of the games. Where, like, Viridian City has kind of, like, fallen and become just, like, a den of, like, thieves and outlaws for the most part. Where because only, like, seedy businesses are left. It's kind of... After Team Rocket was kind of like outed as having been the gym leaders there, all the more legitimate businesses and stuff like that began to pull their companies out from around there, and people were less likely to send supplies or help out. Help out and everything, help out the town and everything, or people didn't really come to visit it after, you know, Team Rocket kind of smeared their names all over the town and its reputation. And that's where you'll kind of start to encounter, like, the first real, influence that my evil team has been having on the world since the end of, like, the main Pokemon games. Which is, they're trying to isolate and separate the towns in each region from one another through different means. There is a raid boss level Pokemon that I have that has been released in that area called The Rock, R-O-K, like the giant birds from mythology and fantasy, and it's a giant Fearow, essentially. And it's kind of keeping Pallet isolated from Viridian City. And I had one of my friends playing through part of it, and what happened was he went into one of those, like, little den areas and got talked by a smooth-talking Magikarp salesman into purchasing this, Magic Cart. Kind of like how, James did in the anime, but I threw in a little bonus because I didn't want to completely screw him over by having him overpay for a Magikarp. The guy also sold him a stone that he called the ancient crown of the Gyarados King to him. Which was supposed to be like some kind of like weird head fossil that used to be like a crown that would power up the moves of a Gyarados that wore it. But what I was going to do is I was going to have it break at some point, and then there was going to be a thing of Gyarados inside of it, so he could Mega Evolve his Gyarados once it got to that point. And then, I set up the gyms because I'm able to use like a little more bit of a 3D work on it. So, design the gyms to be like different kind of like battle situations where like the battlegrounds do matter in the gym battles. Like the first gym is actually in Viridian City, but I changed it to where like their levels and what Pokemon they use changes depending on what order you fight the gyms in. Like if you want, you can also just hire a ferry to take you from Pallet Town down to Cinnabar Island. If you wanted. Or, you know, cut across and wind up in like Vermilion City or wherever. Because it didn't necessarily bother me what order they wanted to take the gyms on in. I set it up like how Generations did, where they're like, oh yeah, how many badges do you have? Okay, yeah, I can set up a team for that. So that they have like Pokemon are just meant to test trainers at different levels. Rather than, oh yeah, these are the Pokemon I train every day, but I'm going to have like a trainer who just started its level 5 Pikachu beat me. No, I refuse to believe that that's how that works. And then, that same friend got mad at me because we went up to, after saving the gym leader from an ambush by the evil team from Viridian City and gaining her badge. Oh, come on. There we go. Going up to Viridian Forest, it's been kind of like overrun by an invasive species, and trainers don't travel through the forest anymore because it's become too dangerous. And so going inside, we ended up fighting like whole swarms of like Spinarak and Ariados and stuff that had come over from the Johto region and were essentially taking over and driving out the other Pokemon. And at the end, I gave my friend the option of giving up his Beedrill, which was a female he caught as a female Weedle he had named Queen Sting, and decided to give it up so that it could help try to restore order in Viridian Forest. and reestablish control of the Cantonian Pokemon and keep them from being wiped out by the Ariados and Spinarak, and trying to help restabilize the natural balance. But she was mad at me about it. I was like, it's okay, I'll give you something later for having to give it up. Next time we come back through or whatever, you'll get you can have one for like special children or something for doing this. Like, you better, because I love that video. It put in work. Like, okay, I get you. It was actually fun, like, going back to the evil team, like, their plan for isolation was driven by the idea that they would cause the isolation to happen from the shadows. And then, using their resources, they would use the burst crystals that were from, like, the Unova manga. That's, like, the only time they appear was in that short little bit. They would use it to forcefully steal the powers of legendary Pokemon to give to themselves, so that they could become the gods of the New World Order and save all these other towns from being isolated and essentially fall apart. And so, in saving that world and showing that they had all these legendary powers themselves, that they would become the gods of the New World. So I set it up to where, like, if you don't stop them, events surrounding, like, them or other events would happen periodically. After you enter a certain area, there'd be, like, a set time period before any of that would actually happen, or before these events would happen. And as long as you got to them before, or got into the right place before it ended, you would be fine and not really have to worry about it. You could still participate in it, but if you ran out the timer and didn't have anything to do with the place that they were in, that was kind of it. That mission would automatically be counted as a failure, and you wouldn't have taken part in it, and I rolled to see if the bad ending had occurred without you there. Like, I'm not going to go outright, just because you weren't there it was a failure, but I'll give you the chance of continuing through without it. So that wouldn't really always negatively affect you for missing something. And not all missions were like all events were super critical if you missed them. Like, the first event was like, you could run into Misty and get a fishing rod early. If you ran into her early enough. And I changed it up to where, like, some of the older gym leaders are, like, now elite. There's, like, old gym leaders are now, like, Elite Four members. Like, I think I made Brock, Misty, Koga, as, new Elite Four members. And I remember the reason why I moved Gary, or Blue, away from being the gym leader of Viridian City was because essentially I go with the idea that he follows Red everywhere. So after Red had become a champion and stepped down and went into isolation, Blue had taken over the Viridian City Gym, and Green had become champion. But I go with the impression that that was not enough for Red. He yearned for more, so he eventually went onto a journey to other regions. Which, I mean, I guess he does eventually in the games. Like, I think he reappears in Gen 5's version 2. In, I think, like, the World Tournament. And then, again, in Generation 7, he would appear as one of the bosses in the battle tree, or whatever it is. So it's always kind of just like this, oh cool, we learned Supersonic, way to confuse people. But yeah, it's just essentially the idea is that, so Red traveled to other regions before you came through. So, because Red left, Blue followed him, and eventually Green followed both of them. Actually, did I decide to just leave Green as champion of I might have just decided to leave Green as champion of the Elite Four. But I'm pretty sure she was supposed to follow too. Though I think like the only other time you see Green really is, I don't remember if she was in Generation 7 or I know Blue was in Generation 5. I don't know if Green was. I'd have to look that up. But I do know she is in Let's Go, and they kind of make her like secret agent-esque type person, I guess. Which is like what she was in the manga, I think. I think in the manga she was actually Blue. Yeah, Green, also known as Leaf. Not officially so they are the same character, but Leaf and Green. Well, there's definitely at least some correlation between the two of them. Okay, so she's an EX. She shows up in Smash Brothers. Woke up already? Oh, dang, I was hoping to stay asleep longer. Fine. So it doesn't really mention her in Generation 7. Even though she's listed as being in Generation 7. Woohoo! Water gun. Gonna go heal them now, I guess. But I just decided to have Leaf chase after Leaf/Green chase after them, which I was sure she actually did, but I couldn't actually remember though. Thinking on it, if I actually saw her or if she was even really mentioned in other Pokemon games after that. And like, and I know I've always been a fan of like, when it comes to tabletop games, adding in like random events that can both negatively and positively affect a character based on their roles and the chances they take. Like, for one of my little jokes in Pokemon Tabletop, if you go to the Pewter City Museum, you will find a man in a white lab coat, hair slicked back and kind of like a long point, and on his sleeves he has little yellow circlets with what looks to be an X that runs through them, and he's using them as kind of like cufflinks. And of course, this man is actually Arceus in human form, which I kind of do that where legendaries can assume the form of humans because of their high-level status in the Pokemon world as being pretty much gods. And so, going to the museum and interacting with him, and interacting with listening to him and interacting with a machine that he recommends inside the museum. And I think it was some kind of like instructional video or thing. Anyway, when he suggests it, if you follow along and you get a good enough score for it, you'll actually gain a permanent increase to like your intelligence stat. Which I don't think it's quite intelligence that they use in the Pokemon Tabletop. It might be called something different. I can't quite remember at this moment. It's been a little while. Oof, that was a good pop. Oof. But yeah, but I find it a little funny that I portray God as a scientist. That's kind of like my little inwards joke for myself. Because I've always been under the impression that science and religion don't have to be opposing. Oh, really? Because I thought the game prevented you from using healing items on a Pokemon that has full HP. But my Pikachu's already at maximum happiness. That happened a while ago. But yeah, it's just my inside joke that science and religion did not have to be opposing forces. That instead, like, yes, I am in Diglett Cave right now, but it's mostly just to train a couple of these lower level Pokemon. Well, I still only have 3 badges, but I'm up to 100 Pokemon out of 151 in the Pokedex. So I've mostly just been trying to level up and train and evolve everything. A lot of my Pokemon right now are kind of hitting around that, levels 25 to 30 mark. I mean, I always enjoyed the older Pokemon games. I mean, I know they're not as, like, well advanced or well along or finalized as a lot of the newer Pokemon games have become, but I still enjoy them. Like, I know, like, the whole competitive thing wasn't really added until Gen 3, breeding wasn't added until Gen 2, but that's one thing I love about the Pokemon series, is it kind of evolves. As it goes along, much like how the Pokemon do. Every generation they add a little something, try to make things better. Yeah, you know, honestly, I never really hit too many glitches in Generation 1. And, like, I know there's ways to force glitches to happen, but they seem to require me to go out of my way to actually get them to happen, rather than anything else. Yeah, see, I have heard that, and I have never actually seen it work in person. Well, I mean, that sort of thing existed all the way up through, like, Generation, like, 3, even, I think. Yeah, I haven't really had too much issues with the Generation 1 battling system. Like, the only real issue I ever saw in it was the fact that Ghost types, which are supposed to be super effective against Psychic types, instead did no damage against Psychic types. Wrap can be a little annoying, but in this generation it also was not all that strong. And I'll say, I heard that if you hold down, like, A, B, and down at a certain time from throwing a Pokeball, it would enhance the Pokeball's ability to catch a Pokemon. And I never got that to work exactly right for me either. Like, it all just came out about the same, like, percentage-wise for catch rate for me. But I think, like, a lot of this was in the time, like, rumors and stuff like that. Like, there was a Mew under that car by the SSN. Oh, where you could use the Polka Doll to not battle the Marowak Ghost. You could use it to force a run. Yeah, like, I know that one works. The Luigi and Yoshi thing didn't actually exist. That was just like another rumor thing from that generation. That was not actually real, like the Mew under the car. It appeared as like an April Fool's joke or something, or like it was in a very poor magazine that started the rumor, or it was like an April Fool's joke or something. I forget the exact story on that, but... which remake? Generation 3 or the Generation 7? Because I don't remember a Lava Cookie being under there in either one. Yeah, I don't remember a Lava Cookie under the car or whatever in the Generation 3 remake. I know, because I like to just trade a Pokemon that knows Cut over just to have that car sit there and do nothing. Just because I like to do it. Well, I didn't care that the later generation Pokemon were in it. That didn't bother me. I know it bothered some people, but, you know, that's what it was supposed to be. It was a good game. It wasn't meant to have the newer Pokemon in it. Yeah, I do understand, though. I would like to, at some point, see a Generation 1 remake where you can have more of the latest Pokemon and take them through that region. And have one that's actually up to date where... Because the Generation 3 remake was alright. It's just my only real problem with it was that, looking back at it, it's the only Pokemon generation that did not have the special attack split in it. Yeah, and with the Generation 3 remakes, they did that. But the problem comes in is if you're looking at it as, there was not 800-something Pokemon then. And on top of that, it was them jumping to a new console. Instead of them having made a game for that console before. What problem with fire? Oh, the lack of fire types, maybe? Because, I mean, it has the same number of fire types, I think, as, like, Platinum did. By the looks of it. You just might be able to get some of them a little sooner. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure how the whole, like, cave system is going to work to that point. But yeah, I'm looking forward to those. I'm going to be streaming them when they come out. Well, Generation 1 was originally like red and blue. Or, no, red and green. Red and blue. And then they released Pokemon Green in Japan, which was the updated version of blue or something, I want to say. And then we just got the updated version on both of them when they shipped over here, as I think is what the story was on that. And then, like, a year later, they released Pokemon Yellow. Which was supposed to be kind of like the mimic of Ash's adventure. Which I don't really care about mimicking, because I don't find Ash to be a very good trainer at all. Yeah, some of the sprites are a little weird in Generation 1, I'll give you that. Yeah, he was originally a bit bigger back then. Like, design-wise on everything. He's more of a rat at that point, I think, than a mouse. I mean, most of them look fine in yellow. But I do know a lot of the Generation 1 sprites, especially from the back, looked really weird. I mean, his hands weren't really up, were they? They were kind of like this. I think they were trying to do like the whole like little raptor hands where they kind of like bend at the wrist. I don't know, I was like... How old was I when Pokemon came out? Like 5 or something? only thing I really cared about back then playing Pokemon was just that, it's pretty much just that I was just enjoying playing Pokemon. I was getting to discover a whole new world. Raichu's still kind of chubby, though. I remember Blastoise used to be kind of like, looked like he was a little bloated or something, like he was like, just like this. But I mean, it was less about the sprites back then. It was, to me, I remember calling my aunt on the radio one day on a car trip. And excitedly talking to her about how my Charmander had evolved into something new and everything, and how I was so proud of it because it got bigger and stronger and well, I mean, they've been updating the sprites kind of for a while, too, though. They update them every once in a while. Yeah, I remember reading about that. He started as he was the first Pokemon to be, like, doodled or something. I mean, they upgraded him. They updated the from behind graphic eventually. I know not immediately. It didn't happen until Generation 2, I think, when more of everything got like an overhaul. But for their brokenness, they're, I mean, yeah, I know they got, over there in Japan, they got red and blue first, and then they got green, which was like an updated version of those two, and then yellow, and then we just got the updates from green in both red and blue. Okay, yeah, it was red and green first, and then the updated blue, and then we got the updated versions of red and blue instead of a green version. I don't think it was quite a mistake. It was almost more of like a translation issue. Because I think it was just like they were talking about the Pikachu that got traded to where they worded it weird, where it made it sound like the Raichu evolved into something, but I think it was supposed to just be more like closer to I evolved that Pikachu you traded into a Raichu or something. I do remember, I think it's like in Gen 4 though, there's like a Haunter that if you trade for it, it's holding an Everstone when they trade it to you, so it won't evolve. Because they're that enthusiastic about going, no, you go out and make friends and trade with them. Get them to play Pokemon. I'm not sure. It probably will be in it, to be honest. Because I think like they planned on changing a lot of it as little as possible. Like, I know there are parts that they change, but I think they're trying to overall change as little as possible. No, unfortunately, Pokemon Stadium required a solid copy of Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal to play on. I know the Gold, Silver, and Crystal only worked on Stadium 2, but yeah, because I actually think I still have my pack and copy of Pokemon Stadium 1. I know I still have my Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal original. And I have the first Pokemon Stadium. But I much prefer Colosseum and Gale of Darkness. And I'm waiting for the remakes or the new one to come out for those. I mean, I have a copy of Pokemon Stadium 1, I just need a copy of Pokemon Stadium 2. They both came out in, Was there a third one released in Japan? All I remember was that Pokemon Battle Revolution, which was kinda like, which was essentially Pokemon Stadium, but at the same time not. And I know Generation 3 also had, Pokemon Ranch and Pokemon Box. But I know those weren't really like that. They were more storage systems. I remember mostly enjoying Pokemon Stadiums for the mini games, competing with my friends and everything. All the money. Yeah, I know there was a way also to get like Surfing Pikachu through that and Flying Pikachu. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that there was a way to get, like... You could get both fossil Pokemon from Stadium. Like a few others that you couldn't that were either hard, like I think you get Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Eevee, and like the starters. Just all the Pokemon you only be able to get like one of per game. You could get more of them from Stadium. In Generation 1, because that was the only way to get anything in Generation 1 was to restart it after moving everything over to another game. And yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of Togepi until Generation 4. It wasn't strong enough for me as a Togetic. I think the anime definitely came out first by a bit. And they even, to fill in space, like they released the Orange Islands Season 2 of Pokemon. Yeah, for like the Slowpoke tail. Anyway, that's going to have to be it for this episode. I've hit my time limit. I'd like to thank all you wonderful beings for showing up and showing your love and support. And I would definitely appreciate it for those who'd like to like and follow. I am going to... thank you for the follow one. I'm actually going to raid someone else's channel now. If there is someone I know I can raid. Yes, there is. Alright, so we are about to raid. Let's see, who should I raid? Let's go ahead and raid Sashley. She's a VTuber friend of mine, so everyone make sure you say hi and show your love and support for her as well. So let's get going.